Righto, kid. Hi. I started off by saying righto, kid. I bought some chicken drumsticks. $2 a kilo, $1.99 a kilo they were. Good value. Hang on, I'll go get them. Really good, and I mean, it's not like half a pig, but I'm not rich like you. How was the pig anyway? I'm practicing speaking slower. I lectured the woman who advertised this. I went up to her and I said, way too quick. Slow down. She said, no, it's embarrassing. I said, why? I really should have said to her, that's it, by the way, 2 kilos. Oh, 1 kilo. I should have bought more, shouldn't I? I'm going to make up a stew. Potatoes, carrot, bit of onion. I don't know. Whatever else I can find. I should have bought some pumpkin, doesn't it? Yeah, I had to have them. I was just there. Yeah, but I gave a good lecturing, telling off. I often lecture them down there. Australians speak. You've noticed how quickly I speak. I'm trying to speak slower at this moment. Yeah, we talk about nobody can understand us. That's why you have to watch the. Whoops! Drop the carrot. Hang on. Oh, now I have to. Right. Where am I going to put all of this? Yeah. Anyway. That's empty. I'm spending too much money on food. I'm not saving enough. And if I want to buy, I have to buy that $140 attachment plug-in to have it, multiple shop fronts for my site. Anyway, the reason for my video to you, very important. I need your help. Time to sign on. On my ride back from my shopping excursion, I started thinking, and I thought, because I stood there and told this woman, young woman, in her 20s I suppose, how to do it. I said, if you speak slowly, they'll understand you and come over and buy your goods. Oh yeah, but it's too embarrassing. Who fucking cares? So, yeah, that was awful. Stringy. So, I'm just chopping up potatoes. The reason I need your help is I'm putting together this thing to send to the Filipino girls, which is a whole sort of, it's pretty quick. There's a whole instruction on it, what it's all about, how they do it and all that sort of thing, how much they can earn. And I was thinking on the way back, I thought, why not actually go the whole hog and put in a section that I'll title something like, so what do I talk to these bored, lonely Australian men about? Why can't I just give them a sex show? Which I reckon is a fair comment. And I'm going to go on and describe how you hook a man online. Now, the only person I've really known, or two people, you and Raph. I don't know how Raph did it. But it's not that strong, actually. It's not as good as yours. You've really got your hook into me. So, I got to thinking about, okay, so how do I do that? How do I get, that kind of thing? Yeah, beauty. So how do I get my hook into it? Well, I'm going to explain that you have to, you know, find out the story of his life, become a part of the story of his life. So you're going to need to know all of the characters, you know, the location, the whole thing. And I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, I'd say you're involved in my story. You know, as I meet people and do things, oh yeah, and what are you going to do now? And yeah, and I don't know what this means. You're not actually advising me or anything. You're just being a part of my story. I think that's what does it. Like, and I notice I use the word hook. Well, a writer uses the word hook to hook his reader, and they have different techniques. But the idea is you hook your reader very quickly, very early in the piece. You get a hook into them, and I can't see the difference in this actually. And what the girls keep doing is talking about their fucking story. Which isn't a hook at all. So it's sort of the same. They're trying to tell a story, but it's all about storytelling, I reckon. So to find out, don't hold me to any of this because I'm just talking to you about it. I don't think there's any point in going all this trouble. Got to spend weeks setting up a business. I don't think there's any point in going to all this trouble if they don't know what to do. So to skip forward a little bit so you'll know where I'm going. I'm thinking about setting them up a list of questions on various areas that they can, so they don't have to think of them themselves. And then try and explain it as they get better. They'll pick up on, you know, things that the customer says that they can question about and find out about. But it all gets down to embarrassment, doesn't it? It's like this woman at the shopping centre today was embarrassed. And I think that's the thing. You can't be embarrassed. See, you're not embarrassed. Raph is. Embarrassed, shy. Can't be fucking shy. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm thinking I might have to sort of start fucking around with a list and put it together. I might have to get you to sort of have a look at it and think about it. Maybe test it out, or add a few comments. I don't, like this is what I'm saying. It's a brand new concept. So this is like a human program. I've been thinking about this for years, all my life really. And like you couldn't do it in real. You couldn't have a girl sitting there going, and he'd say, "What are you looking at?" "Oh, I've got a list of questions here to ask you." But online, no problems at all. You've got the questions right there, and it's like you're on a program, but I can't make it too complicated. It's got to be easy to use, and can only just get them started, actually to get them, it'd be almost like, if I was going to do it at the shopping centre, I'd have a teleprompter there that went at a certain speed. And I'd make them read it at the teleprompter, rather than just having a list that they could go any speed. I would restrict their speed, if you know what I mean. So they can only speak at a certain pace. And once I got that right, I'd actually start focusing on how they would sell, training them how to sell. But first I would slow them down with a teleprompter. Usually done on a laptop or something like that. Say these words, and say them at this pace. So this is the sort of stuff I like doing. But, don't know why. But, the thing is, they have to be successful, they have to hook these guys, get them coming back for more. If they only come once, I mean, they're not going to make any money out of it. $7.50 is just, it's really just an introductory offer. And if they go for a sex show first up, the guys won't bother coming back again. They've got what they want. And see, I know it's boring now. If it focuses on sex, it quickly becomes boring. And that's the truth of it. And if they want sex, go to a porn site or something. Yeah. Because that's what happens. It's just the relationship goes, that finished off. Like the one night stand. This is, and look, you and I are to prove, are the proof, well, you're the proof, that right, that's all done now. Next for the shit I use all the time. I don't think I need all of them. I've got a lot of bloody gum sticks here. Wow. Yeah, so this is probably, I thought you'd be interested in this area. I'm a bit interested in it. This is it's been so easy to put the web page together. I like it's, fairly novel sort of concept, but I've got to get something that's easy for them to follow. Yeah, and then they can just have that, they can either print it out or have it on the screen. Until they get the hang of it, and then they're right, they don't need it anymore. Hang on. Just pulling the skin off the chickens. The lizards can have this. I don't waste anything here. Yeah, so I thought I'd tell you that idea while I was making this stew. I'm going to have to know it. No, knife. And there's nothing you can offer at this stage. I just want you to understand roughly where I'm going, sort of, because otherwise, I think, like you said, they're scared of it. And I thought, okay. And I got to thinking the same thing about this woman today. She was scared. And as I told her how to do it, as I walked away, she did it. She did as I told her to. It was excellent. I could understand every word she said. It's good. And I told her, I said, I went back and said, no, I understood everything. It's good. Excellent. That's the way it should be. And I really should have added, and I would if I'd say to her, look, it's a 30-second job. It's a job you're doing for 30 seconds. It's like cutting up meat or something. You're careful, you're slow, you have to focus on it for about 30 seconds, then you go back to normal. You don't have to do this all the time. It's just a job. It's an announcing job. And, but yeah, they don't like their voice being out there in public, do they? I'd love a job like that. I'd just sit and fucking talk all day. I'd sell anything. If they told me to speak slower, quicker, I'd just do as they fucking told me to. It doesn't stand it cutting up meat, talking to fucking customers. Fuck that. Yeah, I like anything I can do it, just talking. Where... hang on. Yeah, so anyway, I won't go on and on about it. But I've spent 14 minutes already explaining it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It takes a long time. But yeah, so I'll send it to you when I've done it. I've just about 3/4 done. I don't know what to call it, training program or induction program, I suppose. Yeah, induction might be explaining everything. And I think I'll sort of say that, yeah, this gets you started, but as you become more proficient, you pick up on things in their life, and you just get better and better. Because you're the best. It's just you are the best. And I keep thinking about it that At one stage there I got angry with you. I said, oh, tell me something about your life. I'm sick of bloody just about destroyed. I did destroy. I ended up buying bloody old fucking coffee machine bits to keep you entertained. And that's, I don't know whether, oh shit, chicken skin is just a fucking bastard, isn't it? A fucking bastard is a fucking bastard. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh, I'm just shoving it on top of the vegetables. I have another one. I wonder if I should just, yeah, maybe just, yeah, do them all. Yeah, so, yeah, that's sort of a part of this new age innovation. It's training people how to talk to men, women, how to talk to men. See, you've got to admit, look at this, I'm making a video to you. You are so much a part of my life. I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to Raph, I'm not talking to anybody else, I'm talking to you. I never get to see your face. We never have sex. It's the most, well, it would have to be the most unlikely sort of relationship, wouldn't it? So there is something that you have done that nobody else seems able to do as you struggle to make your animation. But the thing that you've really done is you've managed to hook me. That's the truth of it. Now, I don't know whether you know what you did or how you did it or anything else. But I would say that you took a real interest in my life. And I think that's the overwhelming. Like, I even send you things that I said to Danny, or what Raf's doing, or what's happening with Asian. Do you know what I mean? They're all characters in my story. That's the truth of it. They are characters in my story. And you're getting me to tell you, yeah, the story, tell you about those characters. Now, I don't know whether other men would like that, but I imagine if a girl was, if I was, maybe that, I don't know whether to set it up that way or not. If you're finding out about their story and the characters in their story, where they work or where they live, where they work, what their neighbours are, who are the people, who are the characters in their life. Maybe that's what I've got to do. To make it clear to them that, yeah, you're finding out about their story rather than their life or something like that, yeah. I mean, because I'd say, really, that's what you've done. And you still, and for some reason, I keep thinking I'd actually sent you an email of, a transcript of the conversation I had with Danny. Now, and you read it and you commented on it and looked at it and that sort of thing and showed an interest in it. And I think that's evidence of what's actually happening between us. Yeah, and so, and you're starting to make comments about the characters in my life. And you get into trouble, when you see, I perceive you criticising the people on YouTube that do instruction videos. I mean, they are characters in my life. I rely on them. I need them. And any criticism of them, it's just, my God, that's what happened. You can look at it any way you like, but that's what happened. Yeah, I think maybe that's what it is. Yeah, the characters, as in a book or as in a story, that make up your life. So you get to know them. You get to know. Look, it could be the neighbours. It could be anything. You're trying to find out the major characters. Hang on, wait a minute. Like with mine. Yep, there you go. Lizards, parrots, characters. I tell you about Gavin. You say, who's Gavin? Okay, you don't sort of, you don't, like Rafa, just ignore it and say nothing. I think that's it. I think isn't it great? You're just working and doing. No, look at that, it's fucking full. Yeah, I'll see if I can show you. Look at it. Look at that. I'm going to put it in a bigger pot, but that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a good book. We're zooming along here. Yeah, so that's the idea. Yeah, so you thought it was just going to be a bloody sex site, didn't you? You know, no, really, come on, be honest. It's actually, I'm thinking about making you head of international training, which is just basically, helping me work out how to fucking set up a list that they can follow. It's a bit like a program, like instead of maybe I could do a program. Yeah, would I do that? Yeah. I don't know. And I would suggest that they have to keep notes, and otherwise, because they might have 3 customers, they have to keep up with all 3. But yeah, actually, I'm starting to think, that's what it is. I'm just surprised that, and I'm when you say, oh, who's, that gets me every time. Who's this? What's his name? Gavin. That's what you jump on it straight away. Who's that? Oh, he's the guy. I bought some weed from him. Oh, okay. And he reckons, oh, okay. It's yeah. I think that could be what you're looking for is who are the characters in there. Oh, the boss. Fuck, jeez, the boss is pissing me off. I don't talk about the park owners, but a lot of people do. It's a typical conversation around here. Oh God, they're bastards. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're that. Oh, there's something else. Or oh, the fucking neighbour. I can't stand them. Blah 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 blah. See, I don't do any of that. But I think that would be find out who the characters are in their life. Oh, the fucking wife. She's a bitch. She's oh, you poor thing. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Think about it anyway. I don't know, but I mean, it's got to be something that, there's got to be some way to hook them, and hook them fast, because they're not gonna. Yeah, see, because you know all the people in my life, and I don't really know many of the people in your life, apart from the Israeli, the Italian, a few others, your mum, your dad, your brother. I don't know anything about them, other than your father seems to live somewhere else. And your mother, well, she needs glasses. Your brother, I don't even know where he works or what he does. He advises you on your animations. Gypsies you hate. But see, I don't know anything about any of them, really. I know of them. I'm sort of vague, I'm aware that they exist, but there's no, but you sort of really, you pry, find out about this person, find out about that person, and who is it, what is it, and maybe that's what works. I don't know. Like I was on the way home, I was thinking, where do you live? Where do you work? And I'm starting to think, as I've made this video, it's too boring, eh? It's got to be some way that I can give them something. Be like the woman at the thing. If she was reading out from a teleprompter, she couldn't help but come out the right way. It would just have to, she read the words as they appeared. Attention customers. We have a special today. If there's a pause. That would do it. Or we have a special today. And she would read it, and she would have to come out the right way. Can you see what I'm driving at? I've got to put something in front of them so they come out doing it perfectly. See my idea? Not saying it's going to be easy, but that's what's occurred to me. I thought, because you said, yeah, maybe they're scared of it. I think, yeah, this girl was scared today of doing a job, so I'm guessing, or maybe Nick is scared of doing a job. So I thought I would, on this thing I'm going to send her, it'll be a movie, but it's just, she clicks through it. It's just got a heading, and then she clicks it, and I'm going to use it in so what am I going to talk to these bored, lonely, almost like in Her, get right inside her head. Yeah, okay, so what am I going to talk to them about? Why can't I just do a sex show? I actually say that, because that's the big reservation. That's how I do it, and address it. And so she goes, oh yeah, I see what you mean. I think that's what I have to do. Otherwise, I just think, what's wrong with the sex? Just give the fucking sex show, fuck them off. I don't want to talk to them. And I can't blame them. I don't know why they bother talking to me. I mean, I only to get money. But, money only goes so far. So we've got to get this to happen right, boom. 26 minutes. I'm going to put this on. But when I think that's where I'm coming at. I mean, it's exciting. We both know that. I'll talk to you later. See you. Bye.